everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you guys so much for hopping on, logging on. If you're happen to be tuning in from the replay, shout out to all of my replay viewers. I absolutely love and adore you guys. Absolutely amazing. So if you are tuning in and signing on while watching the replay, go ahead and type in hashtag replay. But if you're on the live, you see that live at the top of the screen, go ahead and type in hashtag live and let us know where you are tuning in and watching from. Okay. So Therese, if you're on right now, if you can log on to the back end here, if you're available, so you could like produce for me real quick. I know this is a last minute impromptu, but I need you, girl. If you can't, I understand. Okay, you guys, if you don't know who I mean by the person I'm referring to, Therese, she is the right and the left hand of my business, honey. So she helps me out with a lot of stuff. And a lot of times I just be throwing stuff at her, right? So I pray to God that my Wi-Fi does not act up today. It was acting weird on Monday when I was doing another show. So let me go ahead and hold on. Let me go ahead and check and see on the stream. Okay. Oh, it looks like I'm good. Y'all go ahead and type in 1 in the chat if y'all can see and hear me good. Do me a quick favor, type in 1 in the chat so you can let me know if you can see and hear me good. Okay. So guys, I have a special guest that's going to be coming on in a couple of minutes, and we're going to give you guys some really, hey, Diane, thank you so much for hopping on, love. We're going to be giving you guys some really good information that talks about how visibility is really not enough, right? Visibility is really not enough. We all want to be visible. We all want to, build up that Hey, okay, Teresa's back here. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, Teresa's going to be helping me, guys, bringing up the comments and all the things and stuff. So just keep commenting. She's going to be down here helping me out here. So thank you, Teresa. Visibility is not enough in this new era that we're in, right? So we're going to really help you guys to really understand how to really increase your visibility and more focusing on what is the most important, right? What do you actually need to break through, right? What do you actually need to break through? So if you really want to break through, if you want to get out there and expand your territory, reach your target audience, go ahead and type in 2 in the chat. Go ahead and type in 2. And I'm going to go ahead and raise my hand too. I don't care how long you've been in business, right? Your goal should always be to grow. Grow. This is why I'm so adamant about, pushing email marketing on you guys, while Meiyoko is all about pushing personal branding on you guys, because it's really going to help you to break through. It's really going to help you break through. Okay. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes for him to hop on. But as you guys are rolling on in, please do me a quick favor and let us know in the chat where you are watching from. Let us know in the chat where you are watching from. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Leticia Campbell. I'm a mother of 5 awesome children, y'all. 5 amazing children. I started having kids at 25 years old. I am 42 now. I'm going to be 43 this year in December, right? I left my corporate job back in August 11th of 2017 and has been a full-time entrepreneur since then. This year will be 9 years, almost a decade, y'all, since I've been a full-time entrepreneur, and I never, ever look back. It's such an amazing journey. I've been traveling all over the world, and the foundation of how I serve you is I help you dominate your business through email marketing, right? I help you really get out there and build that loyalty, right? That loyalty. That's what email marketing is about. It's about building up that loyalty. And through personal branding, which my business partner is going to be on here in just a second, personal branding is going to really help you to build that authentic business, right? To where you become that household name, right? So you become that household name. So please go ahead and share, guys, where you're tuning in from, where you're logging in from. Share a little bit about your business, okay? So that we can know how to best connect and see what you do, okay? So again, thank you guys so much for joining us today. This is going to be an amazing conversation. So I hope you have your pen and paper. Hey, Leslie Cash, I see you over here on Facebook. I see Diane. Awesome. You guys are rolling on in. I love it. So this is going to be an amazing conversation. We're going to be talking about why visibility isn't enough. It just isn't enough. You're probably out there posting 3, 4, 5 times a day. You're probably out there engaging, but you're noticing that trying to focus on just being visible has not been working for you, right? You really want to actually break through. You want to become that person that people is searching for, right? You want to become that person that people are searching for, right? And that's what we all want, right? So if that's you, definitely share that in the chat. Let us know by typing in number 2 in the chat, because again, there's nothing wrong with wanting to break through. There's nothing wrong with wanting to break through. We all want to break through in our businesses, right? So that's very, very much so important, okay? So as you're rolling on in, guys, don't forget, introduce yourself in the chat. Where's everybody logging in from, y'all? This weather has been crazy. I live here in the good old state of New York, and let me tell you something. This weather has been extremely bipolar, okay? Yes, hello, Leslie Cash. Thank you so much for hopping on. Happy to see you, sis. Yes, yes. Thank you, Leslie. Yes, Leslie wants some more visibility, and I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. We all want more visibility. Okay, so don't forget, guys, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and share out this live right now. Tag someone on here that, hey, if you have a sister friend who also has a business or also has a brand, and she either is just getting started or has been in the business for promoting her business for a while, and you like, hey, y'all talking about that next level, y'all both are talking about pivoting, get them on here. Tag them on here, share, inbox them, say, hey, you got to get on this live because it's definitely going to help you a lot. You live in Maryland. Awesome. I have like so many clients in Maryland. We're actually about to do an event. Speaking of Maryland, right? We're about to do an event in Maryland, y'all. We're about to do an event. So, Leslie, I hope to see you at this event. If you want to learn more, the link is just scrolling across the screen. Teresa, if you can put it in the chat, bit.ly/YB tour, bit.ly/YB tour. Okay, we have in-person and live stream tickets, but again, if you could try this is in Maryland, right? We're in your state, you might as well come in person. For those of you out of state, you could definitely log on virtually, but we're going to be visiting 4 cities. I'm telling you, you're going to absolutely love this. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It's called the Evolution tour, and you definitely want to be a part of it. Okay, so again, y'all, as you guys are rolling on in, please give me a, oh my god, is that Zan the man? Is that Zan? Therese, is that Zan the man in the chat? Y'all, if you're I'm talking to Therese, she's my show producer. She's actually down there in the chat and also here on StreamYard on the back end, and she's bringing in all you guys comments and stuff. Oh my god, yes, Zan the man. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute. See, we got to stop doing that. Okay, I am holding myself accountable. As we have to stop doing that. Stop. We got to reconnect. Yes, it's been a very, very long time. Okay. Yes, I have my bit. Hey, Meiyoko. How you doing? Can you hear me?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. I was just getting the crowd warmed up. Okay, we haven't gotten into any of the talking points, but I was saying hello to everybody. Everybody's excited, right? Everyone's excited about wanting to break through, right? Wanting to break through. So they've been commenting and chatting in the chat, and Xander Van just hopped on. I haven't seen him in a minute. So hey, Xander Van, yes. Okay, so Meiyoko. Yes, we have Therese here. She's bringing up the chats for us. Love her to death.
Hey, Therese, good to see you as always.
She's absolutely amazing. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with this conversation of why visibility isn't enough and what is actually needed to break through, right? But let's talk a little. I was sharing with them what breaking through means. Like, what does breaking through mean to you, Meiyoko? What do you think breaking through means?
When it comes to your brand, I think breaking through is actually being 100% honest with yourself. I think when it comes to personal branding and just online, the social media space and just how we're presented, I feel like there's a lot of people that are not being themselves. And I think that's where it starts first. I mean, if you're honest with yourself, you know what you want. When you know what you want, you know what you want to create. When you know what you want to create, you create something valuable. You pair it with an audience, and then you start to grow your brand. Not only just grow your brand, but you grow yourself. So I feel like that's what your brand, your breakthrough embodies. It's not just about personal branding. It's about from a traditional and from a business perspective. It's about personal branding from a personal perspective as well. How do you want to be represented? How you want to show up in the world? So that's what breakthrough means to me, I think. And I love what we're doing because I think we're bringing awareness to a lot of different business professionals, because once they actually make the shift and they start to take these particular actions, they're going to set themselves apart. And that's what it's about, right? It's about
Mm-hmm.
setting yourself apart and being that go-to person in your, in your industry, because there's room for everybody, but everybody are not being themselves. That's the thing. So,
I love that. And I also, to add to that, I take it as now I'm comfortable in my lane. You know,
mhm, mhm,
one of Meiyoko and I jointly share a client. Her name's Shoshana Cuevas, and she was like, "There is no traffic in your lane." It's like
mhm,
having that comfortability in our lane. That's what is personal branding also means. That's what breaking through also means. It's like you are comfortable and confident in your lane. You can, be online and promote your business and do a summit, or be in person and do a 4 to 5 day retreat, and not really worry about who else is doing similar to what you're doing, because you're so comfortable in your lane. You're so
right,
comfortable
right,
in your brand. I
right.
find that so many people, and those of y'all who want just be really honest and transparent, those of you who are on the live, type in three in the chat. If you want to start to become more comfortable, like you have the knowledge, you have the expertise, and you have the experience, but the comfortability is not there. You may have self doubt. You may not feel that you're all the way authentic. You may feel like you're holding back. I was like that years ago, where I felt like I was just holding back. I was just giving a little bit, but not enough. For those of you who struggle with wanting to feel comfortable and all the things that Meiyoko said, go ahead and type in 3 in the chat, because it's great to just share that. It's great to identify that, because you'll be able to hold yourself accountable, right? So brings us, let's dive into these talking points. We have 3 amazing talking points to share with you guys. So those of you who are watching, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you share this out. Get a pen and paper out, and definitely you're going to get the help you need today. So let's first talk about visibility versus strategy. Like we
Mm,
said here in the title, visibility isn't enough, right? And I know some of y'all scratching your head. You're like, what are you talking about? Like, you want to be visible. What do you mean it's not enough? That's, some of you may feel like that's the top of your list, but you're not really thinking so much of the strategy, or you're not understanding the two, right? So
right.
what do you feel about visibility versus strategy? Why is that different, Meiyoko? Why do you feel that that's different?
I mean, visibility is, it's all about positioning, right? That's the
Mm-hmm.
first thing you want to do as a personal brand. As a person, it's all about how you position yourself. And I feel like you're putting the cart before the horse. That's what a lot of the
Right.
older folks say. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to work on strategy first, how can you work on an effective strategy for something you don't have positioned correctly?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say position, I'm talking about visibility, how people see you, how
Mm-hmm.
your story is seen, how your image is seen, how your brand is seen. You can't properly implement a strategy if that isn't correct first. So the visibility is very, very important. So don't narrow visibility just down to what you see from an eye stand perspective, but people see more with their eyes when they're looking at you, like when they're looking at you, Leticia, when they're going on your social media posts. Yes, they may be looking at you, but it's your image, it's your story, it's your brand,
Mm-hmm.
it's what you represent, your authenticity. I know
Yeah.
that's a buzzword, but your authenticity, how honest you are. All those things have to do with visibility. How are you
Yeah.
showing up? So I guess the thing will be, how are you showing up versus what methods are you using to show up more?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't really go into the showing up more if you're not showing up right. So that's what I would
Ooh.
love to ask everybody. How are you showing up? And if you're showing up, how often are you showing up?
Yeah.
And then if you're showing up, are you really showing up as the most complete version of yourself? Are you being
That's
honest?
right.
Or are you doing something that another coach or what you see and you think is the way to go, but it's not really, deep down inside, it's not really how you want to position yourself.
Right.
So that to me is visibility versus strategy.
Mm-hmm.
But visibility comes first. Visibility comes first. You have to be seen correctly. If you're not
Right.
comfortable with how you're being seen from a story perspective, from a brand perspective, from an image perspective, if you're not comfortable with that, there's no point at all to even go into strategy,
That's right.
because it's
That's
not going to
right.
be effective. And
Yeah.
if it's effective, you're going to wind up creating something that's not truly who you are, and you're going to be
Right.
miserable anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. So this brings me back, because I'm always taking notes, that you be dropping these powerful nuggets. And I remember even last year you said this: visibility means how people are seeing you. And the
Mm-hmm.
strategy is them not just seeing you, but also understanding your values, connecting with your message, and taking action on that. right?
Absolutely.
Because people can love your graphics, people can love your logo, people can love your colors, your fonts, right? I know some of y'all work with other branding coaches. They give you this whole, I forgot what it's called, like I'm pretty sure you've seen it before, Meiyoko, where they give you this whole like diagram of how the visibility of your brand should look, from colors to your color
Mhm.
wheel and all these things. And those are great. You know, for most of us, it's not really necessary. It's like, but
Mhm.
when you take the strategy and put that into place, right, on top of the visibility, is going to help you. It's going to
Right.
help your audience to actually say, hey, where's your website? I'm ready to buy, or send me an invoice. You know what I mean?
Right. I'll give you a
That's
perfect
powerful.
I'll give you a perfect analogy, Leticia.
Yeah.
When we've all been to events, right? We've all been to
Yep.
parties, right?
100%.
All right. Cake is going to be served. We're asking,
Mm-hmm.
how's the cake? Where's it
Mm-hmm.
from? Does it taste good? Now, I look at the colors and the logo and all that stuff. I look at it as icing.
Yeah.
Here's why I look at it as icing. Me personally, if there's too much icing on a cake, I
Oh,
may I may take it off.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't like
But then
that either.
but look, see, all right. So, but
Yeah.
then I'll take the other pieces of the cake and I'll eat it, and that
Right.
part is good. So
Wow.
to your case in point, logo and color does make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm.
what's really important is the cake, the
Mm.
content, the
Mm.
story, the
Yeah.
message.
Yeah.
I've seen people spend thousands of dollars on logo, color,
Yeah.
funnels, and all that stuff and make zero money.
Zero.
And I've seen somebody put together the jankiest video you possibly can have. The quality's not great, but they had a whiteboard and they had a formula, and they made almost $500,000 for that year
I know
with that
exactly who you're
same
talking about.
video. With that same video, though, the
Yep.
same video.
Yep.
So that lets me know people want the cake,
They want
the
the cake.
icing, and all that stuff. Some people are going to eat it, but
Yeah.
they want the cake. They want the
Mm-hmm.
substance. So that's regardless of, because some people don't have, let's say you don't have a big budget, but what you
Right.
have is your expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you don't have deep pockets like the Tony Robbins and the Damon
Mm-hmm.
Johns and all these other people that you see, and you may think you have to be like.
Right.
You have an expertise. You have
Mm-hmm.
a story.
Yep.
Package it. Put it
Yeah.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help people. And as you build the capital, then of course you show the growth. And listen, don't be afraid to share growth.
Yes.
Your audience loves to be taken along the journey with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if something's not right, just put it out there anyway. If you know it
Mm-hmm.
adds value, don't worry about how nice the video doesn't look and all. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
that stuff is important and has its time and place. But I'm telling you, we're in the era where people want results.
Yes.
And your logo and your pretty little colors and all that are not getting them results. They want results. Result first. Results first. What's in it for me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the
That's what people
strategy
want to know.
ties into that
Yeah, right.
result factor.
Right.
So
How can you help
that's
people?
so many good nuggets right there. If y'all got any value out of that, go ahead and type in 4 in the chat, because that was good. And I hope y'all took notes, because we might take this live down. That's how good it was. That's how good it was. So the next point I want to share is the missing link between content and
Oh,
conversion.
this is
Content, everybody's
good.
posting content, right?
This is
Everybody's out
good.
there.
This
Let me
is
post
good.
this content, right? But is it clear? Right?
Oh,
Does
we're
it have
gonna
a
have to
call
do
to
this again,
action?
Leticia. This is good. This is good.
Does
We're
it
gonna have to do
follow
this
up?
again.
Does it have a follow-up system? Like, all those are missing. All those is something that is not being focused on. It's just the
Right.
purpose of, I just want to throw content out there. I just want to put stuff out there, right? Videos, uh reels, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
Mm-hmm.
that, and we start to become overwhelmed with it all, right? Because,
Right.
and then after 30 days, 60 days, they're like, hey, I'm not converting. What's going on? And we
Mm-hmm.
blame our audience. Oh, I have the right audience, all these things. But
Mm-hmm.
you're missing those three links. Like, what do you think about that, Meiyoko?
We could have done a live just on this topic.
Just on
This
this.
is good. We've got to do this again. These are some
Yes,
very
we
good
do.
topics. So I'm
Absolutely.
gonna try to be as short as possible with this one.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. So let's break down content first. Here's what I see with a lot of people's content. The content looks good. It looks good, but it's not intentional. And I'm going to say that again. The content looks good, but it's not intentional. All right, let me go back a little. Let me go back one step further. Don't get focused on the likes and the comments that you have when it comes to producing content. A lot of your buyers are still watching. A lot of your buyers are still checking out your content. They're just not liking or commenting on anything. I know this because a lot of my biggest clients have not liked anything. They have not commented on anything, but they have gone into my DMs. So the missing link between content and conversion is because you're not creating content to convert. Let's talk about that. How many of you are actually creating content to convert, or just putting something out there to just put something out there because it sounds good, because somebody told you this is how you should do it? It's not connecting. One, it's not connecting to your audience because of three things. And I want you guys and gals to write this down. One, you're not speaking their language. You're not speaking their language. Not everybody talks the same. Not everybody learns the same. So you're not speaking their language, right? That's one thing. So you're completely disconnected from your audience because you're not talking like them. You're not, so therefore they can't relate to you. The next thing is you're not sharing enough of your experiences, sharing enough of you, so you don't seem relatable. You're sharing all of these success stories and all the things that you've accomplished. People want to hear the crap too. That's what we connect to. What's going on? What have you overcome, right? What have you overcame? And two, what are you currently going through? And I'm not saying you've got to tell your personal business and be overly transparent, but people like to know that you're still growing. And three, people have to feel like they can be you. I want you to understand that. If they do not feel like they can be you or be better than you in that particular area or whatever they're aspiring to be, you're losing relatability there. So it always goes back to being honest with yourself. And if you're honest with yourself, those three things I just talked about are very, very simple. All right. People need to know that they can be you. So it gives them hope. It gives them relatability to actually follow your content and raise their hand when they want to work with you. They need to speak your language, and it has to be in a way they can process it. Some people are visual learners. Some people are auditory. Some people are kinesthetic. Like, it's just different ways people learn and people absorb information. You got to figure out your ideal audience, what that is for them. Because if your content is not fitting these parameters, Leticia can set up email marketing. We can set up funnels. We can set up all different conversion models, right? You can set up calls to book on sales calls, but it's not going to be effective because you didn't take care of the first part. And lastly, and I'll leave it to you. Lastly, I want to say, for all of you that are doing sales calls and getting on calls and all those things, you should not be convincing on your sales calls.
Wow.
Your sales calls should be there to answer any questions they have and exactly how to work with them. If you got to overly convince somebody why they should work with you on a sales call, it's because you didn't put out the right content.
Right.
And all of your content did not do the heavy lifting for you.
Right.
In your content, you should be qualifying people.
Yep.
You should be ruling out all the people you don't want to work with.
Yep.
You should be connecting to your ideal client. So when those conversion methods, like you're talking about, Leticia, when they're put into place, now it's just 75% of the job is done.
That's already done. And that's like a 5 to 10 minute call right there. That should go an hour. If it's going an hour,
no,
like
if it goes an hour,
it's
into, I'm going to tell you about the onboarding process now. Here's what happens next. Now that we have payment, here's what happens next.
I was about to say, don't
again, everyone listen to what I just said. Now that your payment is processed,
there you go.
Now we can talk about next steps. You should not be spending 25 or 30 minutes on a sales call trying to convince them as of why they need to work with you. If you're doing that, your content has not done its job.
Right.
We can do a class just on this alone because there's so much I want to say. But I'll leave it to you because you know how I am,
Yes.
Leticia. I can go on
I
this forever.
know. And I love Leslie's question. I love your
Oh,
question because we
direct
love direct
sales.
sales, right? How does this work? I strongly encourage you, Leslie, to go ahead and register and get your ticket for our tour because we're going to dive into that during our tour.
Absolutely, Leslie.
Okay.
Leslie, you need to
So
be
you
there.
can join us live or join us in Maryland. We're going to be in Maryland, sis. So get your tickets.
Yes.
Okay. Bring your team. Okay, don't come by yourself. Oh, I don't care if you have a team of 1 person or 40. Bring
But
them
I
too. Go
but I
ahead.
will say this for you, Leslie. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm just not gonna leave you down here on the island. What I'll say in reference to direct sales,
Uh-huh.
a lot of direct sales people do not ask the right
Nope.
questions.
Nope. That's right. They
They don't
ask the
ask the right
wrong
questions.
questions. Wrong
Uh,
questions.
that's a whole nother teaching, a whole nother training. I'm
Yes,
telling
we
you.
can't do that here.
I'm telling you, it's a whole nother training because that has
You
to do
gotta
with
come to the
psychology.
event.
How it's got to do with psychology,
Yes.
allowing them to feel in control.
Yes.
It's a Leslie, get a ticket. Get a ticket,
Yeah,
Leslie.
get a
I'm
ticket.
telling you.
Yes, get a
Get a
ticket. God
ticket.
bless you. Yes, thank you, Therese, for giving her the link. Therese just popped the link for you, Leslie, over there on YouTube. So yeah, and we say that because you guys, you have to get in a space where you can not only learn all this, but you can implement it. And it's
Right.
so easy for people to just tell you on a live or on a text or on a DM, and you're not creating actionable steps that's unique to your business and your goal. Even though you're in direct sales or whatever, coaching, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
You got to have your own uniqueness to your strategy. So that's
Absolutely.
what it is as well. So
Yeah.
yes. So I love this conversation. I really, really do, because it really ties into everything. It's not just all about just creating content, just throwing things out there. And I find, Meiyoko, that a lot of people have a great business. I mean, all of you on here have awesome talent, right? But you could bring people, but you don't even have the systems on the back end to actually engage, convert, and move them forward. So a lot of people come in and drop, and that's really leaking your
Mhm.
business tremendously, right? So bring it to this last point we want to share with you guys, and thank you guys for commenting, sharing all the things. We love this. So the role personal branding and email play and follow up and follow through, right? Following up
Mhm.
and follow through. How
Mhm.
personal branding and email plays a huge role. I know for me, email marketing plays that huge role because Meiyoko and I were talking the other day, and the word loyalty just kept popping in my head. Loyalty. And that's what it is for me when I identify this particular talking point, that it plays a big role in it, because now you have people who are loyal to you. Now you have people who are attached to you, and they're going to follow through your process, no matter if you solve one problem or if you solve 50 problems for them.
Mhm.
Right. But just like Meiyoko said on a sales call, or asking the right question, is not really, you're not pitching. How many of y'all feel like when you get
Right.
on a conversation with somebody, it's like your car salesman. It's like you got to pitch,
Mhm.
and you try to out pitch, other people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Really, when you build that personal brand, when you're comfortable in your authenticity and identity with your business, and when you have those systems on the back end, it's no pitching. Like Meiyoko said, once people talk to you on the phone or on a Zoom, they're ready to go. They just want to iron out some questions. Once they pay, they want to get into what's the process now, what's next, right?
Mhm.
What are your
Right.
thoughts on that, Meiyoko?
No, I agree with you 100%.
Mhm.
And I want people to really understand this. People are listening. People are going, if there is a replay, but people are listening to you right now. I want you to understand that it's not just, I know Leticia's talking a lot about email marketing and systems. Yes,
Mm,
that's a
mm,
system,
mhm.
but you have to have a system overall also.
Yeah.
What is your process for getting people to know, like, and trust you? I know we've heard that plenty of times. It sounds very cliche, but people overlook this all the time.
Yes, they
I
do.
will not do business with anybody I don't know, like, and trust.
Yeah. Ooh,
I don't. I will
that's
not
right.
do business with anybody I don't know, I don't like, and I don't trust.
That's right.
That
That's right.
doesn't mean I got to know them to where I'm going to let them watch my kid. What I'm saying is I know a little bit about them. I like what they're doing,
Yeah.
and I trust that they can actually help me solve this problem.
Hmm.
We do it all the time. If something breaks in our house, we're looking for a plumber, we're looking for anybody. We look at
Hmm.
recommendations, we look at social proof.
Right.
Oh, I like this guy's page. Oh, he seems pretty nice. I'm looking at he seems like a pretty nice guy.
Right. Right.
He seems like he can do the job. Let me give him a call.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
that happens before you even get to email marketing.
Right.
So do that job first. Now, the role personal branding has in follow up and follow through. Most people buy. If I was to do this statistically, you're going to have probably maybe 10% of people, or 10 to 20% of people that are probably buy up front. You're going to see you one time, they're going to buy. The other, and you might have 30% of people that may buy after the second or the third touch point, right? And then now you have 60% of people are not going to actually purchase from you,
right?
Until they've had like 5 to 7 touch points.
Right.
What I mean by touch points, I'm not saying you got to cold call them 7 times.
No.
You don't have to talk to them. Touch points are emails, posts,
text messages,
videos, right. You got it. You I'm talking to the guru. I'm talking to the real guru here. She got it.
You better stop.
So it's touch points. So email is brilliant because it's always there. It's in their inbox. And look at email as your ambassador, your virtual ambassador, right? You can keep in their mind and present in their mind what you do, your experiences, how you can help them. What you do, your experiences, how you can help them. Useful tips, educate them on something. So they're constantly seeing you. So what you're doing is now, maybe they're not interested in your services as yet because they don't know you yet. They don't, and maybe they know you, right? Maybe they know you. Yeah, she is. Real talk.
You better stop it,
maybe they know you, right? And I want everybody to listen to this. Maybe they know you. Maybe they trust you, but they don't like you. They don't like you. They know you. They've heard of you. They know you've been media, right?
Right.
They trust you can get the results for other people.
100%.
But they don't click with you. You don't really like them.
Yeah.
Like, are you really understanding what we're saying?
There was a name that just popped in my head when you said that.
It's simple, but it's very powerful.
Yes, it is.
Some of you may trust somebody and you like somebody, but you don't really know if they can. You don't really know them to the level of if they can actually get those results for you.
Amen.
Right? So you got to have all three. Email does that for you. You're addressing all three things in email. And the awesome part about it is this is happening while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
This is happening while you're taking care of your kid, while you're out with your wife or your husband, where you're at the gym, church, whatever it is that you do.
Right.
This is happening behind the scenes consistently. That's the power of email. And if you have the right content in your email, that's a whole nother training. The right content and all that stuff in your emails, eventually either they're going to buy or die.
That's
and what I mean by that, not physically, please. I'm
not
saying it just means that then that person doesn't belong on your list. But again, if your content and your touch points are doing what they're supposed to, the people that you want on your list are going to actually be there. We don't want people that are just going to buy once.
Yeah.
We want people that become loyal ambassadors for us.
That's right.
So that's the role personal branding and email plays in follow-up and follow-through.
Yeah.
It just further supports your mission and your message and who you are as an individual, and it puts it conveniently in everybody's virtual space.
That's right. I love that. I had a client recently tell me that she got a new client that paid in full. Like when we have clients that sometimes, especially if you're a coach, you may work with people that payment plan or on low ticket, but you may want to be that high level person that wants to only work with quality people. So going into the follow through, if that's something you're looking for, it's possible with that. It's possible to get somebody to say, hey, this is what I charge, 5K, 10K, 20K, and they'll pay that price. You know what I'm saying? So it's all plays a huge role and connecting with the right people, even if
Right.
those individuals will take a little longer to get, just like Meiyoko said with the touch
Right.
points. That's just to increase the touch points,
Right.
just, doubling down on that. So
Right.
really, really great points. And you
Oh,
guys are definitely, go
I
ahead.
got a
Go right ahead.
comment. I got a comment because you said something. I can't leave him with this.
Go ahead.
So you mentioned something in regards to high ticket and 5, 10K,
Yeah.
20,
Yep.
$20,000 offers. Now, I'm just gonna say one thing.
Go right
Everybody
ahead.
keep in mind, buy your tickets, please. Please buy your
Yes.
tickets. All I'm gonna say to that is you cannot sell a $20,000 offer to a $3,000 audience.
Ooh,
That's all I'm gonna say.
period.
All I'm gonna say. You can move on now.
Or $20.
You can move on now.
Yes, I mean, we're gonna end on that note, because that right there, how many of you guys are really in alignment with Meiyoko and I? Type in one in the chat where you don't want to chase people who are like, hey, this is all I can give you.
Yep.
That's it. You're like, no, if you feel that what you're offering is premium, signature, whatever you want to call it, and you want those type of, hey Terry, oh my God, yo, how you doing?
Hey Terry, I'm excited to see. I don't know you, Terry, but I'm excited to see you.
Yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, definitely type in one in the chat, because again, those people are out there. But again, you could be swimming in a pond instead of a huge ocean, right? So it's very important that the event that Meiyoko and I are doing is coming up very soon, right? We've been planning this for months, right, Meiyoko? We've been tailoring the content, really putting together a all-inclusive when it comes to the information that you're going to walk away with, right? That's going to be like, hey, either you're going to say, I wish I had this for years ago. We hear that a lot, right? Or you're going to say, listen, this is absolutely awesome. I want to share this out to more people, or both, right? So again, for those of you who want to learn more about our evolution tour, our Your Brand, Your Breakthrough Evolution Tour, please be sure to grab your ticket. Teresa's been putting the links in the chat, bit.ly/YBYB tour. That's all lowercase, okay? And grab your ticket. Thanks, Teresa. We have live stream. We have in person. We're going to be in, correct me if I'm wrong, Meiyoko, we're going to be in New York, Maryland, Texas, and Atlanta. Heidi, yes. I see you. Yes. So if you live any or near any of those cities, you should be there in person. You should be there in person.
I'm telling you, this is not going to be like most of the events that you have gone to. I'm telling you.
Right.
You will probably leave with notepad and paper all filled up, or however you're going to take notes. This is going to be something that you can actually apply immediately.
Immediately. Okay. We're going to be hands-on, heavy touch. This is not going to be where we're going to be on, like when we talk about no stage. We're telling people like we don't be on one of no stage. We want to be in the audience with you guys, working with y'all individually and giving y'all what y'all need so you can have an impactful business that you love and enjoy, that you don't grow to hate. Right?
Ooh, grow to hate.
I've been hearing that a lot from
a lot of
potential people. Yeah. We don't want you to dread your business or regret your business. That's not what we want you to do in 2025. So yes, on this note, y'all, we are going to definitely hop off and leave it to you guys to take action and level up and
get your tickets. And again, my apologies, Leticia, for the tardiness. I've been fighting this cold, man.
Yes.
It's been kicking my butt.
Something going around.
But hey, I'm here. I enjoyed myself. Purchase your tickets. I'm not just saying that as a cheesy cliche, buy your tickets type of thing. Purchase your tickets, please. I promise you, you will learn more from this than you probably have learned from any workshop on personal branding, marketing, or anything. Make sure you get your ticket for sure.
All right, y'all. That part. Okay. Again, the link is bit.ly/YBYB tour. And we look forward to seeing y'all there. All right. Y'all have a great day.
Bye. Everybody soon.
See y'all later.